A countdown is on to yet another critical Super Tuesday. It's a battle for the East as the fight for delegates continues. I'm going to ask my panel who they think the big winners and losers will be on Tuesday night. Democratic strategist Marianne Marsh and Republican strategist Boris Epshteyn. Now, let me go to you, Marianne, first. The math makes it impossible for Bernie Sanders to gain any ground and secure the nomination before the convention. But what's amazing is he's raised almost as much money as Hillary, that he has almost as much money on hand as Hillary, that he's continuing to stay into the convention. He's just hurting her. So can't you guys get him to quit?
Well, I mean, money can't buy you love or votes in some cases, and that's the case here. Hillary Clinton leads him in every other measure.
No, but money in politics reflects people's belief in a candidate, especially when it's little contributions. You know that.
Absolutely, but those contributions aren't being matched in votes. And already Hillary Clinton has almost 3 million more votes than Bernie Sanders, 300-plus pledged delegates, and even more super delegates. So except for the money part, Hillary Clinton leads in every contest, in every measure, and she has twice as many pledged delegates at this point in the race than Barack Obama had over her in 2008. So I think that tells you everything. Bernie Sanders is a cause candidate. He doesn't want to leave this race. He's staying in through June 7th at least. I think the question is he just going to continue to hurl, to attack her rather than make his points about his causes?
But let me ask you this. A third of his supporters, and he's got a lot of them, Marianne, say that there is no way under the sun they're voting for Hillary. And he is not promising to push them, saying, unless and until Hillary, tells me what she's going to put on her platform, anti-Wall Street and all that other stuff, I'm not even going to tell my followers to vote for her.
Right. And I think that's a mistake by Bernie Sanders, and in stark contrast with how Hillary Clinton conducted herself when Barack Obama wrapped up the nomination. That last month going into June 7th, she didn't do that. So the
millennials
Trump
could care less
supporters,
about the last one.
Well, fine, but the fact is, Sanders has to help try to bring them over, and if not, Hillary Clinton has to win them over.
I don't think he's going to do it. Do you?
I don't think he's going to do it either, and it's very easy to bring over the establishment like she did in 08 behind Obama. Much harder to bring over the millennials, college kids, the people sending $27 behind Clinton, because Clinton is that quintessential establishment candidate. She's been around for so long. And if Sanders doesn't really push for her, those people are either going to stay home or come out for Donald Trump.
Yeah, and it would make sense that they'd come out for Trump, if only because of the fact that he's an outside candidate, outside establishment candidate. But let me ask you this. Let's talk about VP, okay? Would she ever pick Sanders as a VP candidate to lock that millennial vote up?
Yeah.
Marianne, I'm sorry.
Judge?
I'd say no.
Yeah, no, that's okay. No, I doubt that. I think you've seen in the Boston Globe and the New York Times today a long list of possibilities. You could see an Elizabeth Warren would be very appealing to some of those Sanders supporters. You could see a lot, Amy Klobuchar would be very appealing. Sherrod Brown from Ohio would be very appealing.
Yeah,
so there are a lot of
America
VP
ready
picks that
for
could appeal to them.
two women? President and VP?
I hope she picks Elizabeth Warren. That'd be great for us.
Go ahead, Marianne.
People said the same thing when Bill Clinton ran in 1992 and he picked Al Gore, two white Southern males. They said you can't have two Southerners on the ticket, and they won.
What do you think,
that's
Boris?
The model. Barack Obama took a different model.
I think she is such a flawed candidate that it doesn't really matter who she picks for VP. There's going to be so much concentrated on her during the general and all the problems that she has. Benghazi, the emails, everything else. And Trump is going to crush her on it, and no VP.
Okay,
she could have God as VP. It wouldn't help
guys, I want to show you a couple of screens. Possible VP pick based on the delegate math. I did this afternoon. Now, if Trump adds Kasich, he gets to 993 delegates right away before this Tuesday. And, of course, if Cruz adds Rubio, he gets to 730. Now, I'm going to go to you, Boris. Do you think there's a chance that Trump would pick Kasich?
Of course there's a chance. And you've noticed that Kasich has not gone that hard after Trump, and Trump hasn't gone that hard after Kasich.
I have.
There's been a cordiality between the two. So, of course, there's a chance. Kasich is someone who's very experienced and has done well in his home state. It's the only state he's done well in, but he does bring Ohio with him, and he'd be a strong pick for Trump.
Yeah, but then you've got, just like I said, two women for Hillary. You got two white males, for Donald. All right, let me go. Let me go to Cruz and Marco. Do you see that as a possible
I mean, sure. I'd like to be in the room when they decide who the president and the vice president is, because Marco's still holding on to his delegates. It's possible, but they still don't win. Even they could add 2 of them each, and they still don't get it.
All right, let me go to you, Marianne, now. What do you think Hillary's VP choice is going to depend on? Is she'll make it after the Republicans go to convention and she knows who she's running against, right?
Possible, or she might pick it ahead of time. I don't think anyone knows. I mean, I think the thing we all know is people don't vote for president based on vice president, but what a vice president does do, it helps you make the case against the person you're running against. So who's the best person to do that? On the Republican side, maybe Kasich, but because you can't be president as a Republican without Ohio. But ultimately, Donald Trump would have to win Ohio. I think Hillary Clinton has a better shot at that. So I think Hillary Clinton's going to look and see who's the best partner that she could have in this endeavor that can really help prosecute the case against the Republicans, and I fully expect that to be Donald Trump. And he can pick whoever he wants as vice president because he's not going to need their delegates. I agree with Eric Trump. He's going to hit 1237 on June 7th on his own, so he has the luxury of deciding who he wants.
And I happen to agree with that, too. Trump gets to 1237 before the convention.
Absolutely. Sweeps on Tuesday. He's leading in Indiana, which is actually a pleasant surprise.
Right.
Doing unbelievably well in California. Gets to 1237. And if he's 25 short, 6 weeks between the last primary and the convention.
Well, you know,
plenty of time to get those delegates
here's the
on
thing.
his side.
You know, Carson has 9, Bush has 4, Huckabee has 1. Now, Huckabee came out for, it appears, I don't think he endorsed it for Trump, but Carson has.
Trump, and Carson endorsed.
Yeah, he can, you know, collect little crumbs along the way.
And there's 150 unbound, so we can get 25 or 30 from those 2. I'm not worried about it.
What does he do to get them unbound?
You make the case that you are the best candidate to face off against Hillary. You don't have to wine them and dine them. Listen, if you're at 1210, needing 1237, of course you're going to have a better case than Cruz, who needs 600.
All right, Marianne and Boris, thanks so much for being with us tonight.
Judge.
All right, and as the delegate battle continues to heat up, Pennsylvania delegate